We do find evidence of a struggle, like I said. We do find evidence that appears to be narcotics related. And after speaking with some witnesses in the apartment complex here, we have neighbors saying they heard multiple gunshot wounds after the shooting outside up on the second story balcony that's behind me. Um, we do find high powered rifle rounds leading from the balcony down the street here, which struck other vehicles. Um, and to add to this, we have another scene less than a mile away. And that scene is at 1100 Chambered Street, and we have a body there as well. Um, we're not 100% that it's connected yet, but it appears that the shooting took place from the balcony, and a third person may have been struck and killed, and then dumped from a vehicle on that street. And like I said, it's less than a block away. We have a second team of detectives on that scene, and then we're working this scene. So we're trying to wrap all this together as quickly as we can.
Do you see have you located a rifle that might have been involved in the shooting from which you think may have been responsible?
No, it's a good question. We did not find a rifle yet. Um, there are areas of the apartment that we haven't went into yet. I want crime scene to go in before we start really digging under beds and in closets. There are closets with deadbolts on. We can't even get into yet. But to answer your question, we have not discovered a rifle. Um, we did find that there was a female at the scene who was told to leave immediately. She's not here. She left the scene before patrol even got here. So we're yet to identify an Hispanic female that was at the scene.
In the apartment?
Right, right, inside the apartment. We believe it's the girlfriend of the person who was at the scene. I'll add, we do have one person detained. He was the person on the lease here in apartment 25. Um, he wasn't cooperating at first, but now he is cooperating and giving us permission to go in and search the apartment and conduct a crime scene investigation.
He's the one that had the hands back.
Right, right. His hands are bagged. We're taking gunshot residue evidence from his hands now. We've just done that with CSU, and there was a 9mm handgun found in the apartment, and it looks like there's several 9mm rounds, on the floor in the apartment.
Does that look like it could have been used as a homicide weapon or maybe a response weapon?
We don't know. We don't know. That's why we're here now. We don't know We're not ruling anyone out yet. That's exactly why we're taking tests from his hands for GSR.
Has he indicated whether he did any shooting himself to respond to the initial shooting?
He's saying he did not. He's saying he is not aware. He is saying he only heard some yelling and gunfire erupt inside of his apartment. He says he comes out of the bedroom and then discovers his two friends, which were allowed to stay here, shot to death on the floor.
So, he didn't see
So he was in the apartment, but says he didn't see anything.
or any,
Right.
Can't identify anything.
Right, but we do have solid evidence it continued outside the apartment. There's other people involved. There's shootings that take place down the street, hitting cars, and we have a third deceased body on the side of the road, less than a mile from here.
What are the age ranges of the victims?
Between 20 and 30. I don't know the exact. I don't know the exact identity of the two that are deceased inside. I know there's a lot of family here showing up as we speak, so I don't know. I can't say 100% that they have been identified.
You say there's bullet holes in vehicles down the street.
This van behind us here,
Yeah, I see.
right?
Were there other vehicles that may have been hit, or just that?
We're going to do some more inspections down that way of not only the vehicles but another apartment complex. We do have a witness here saying around 6:30, he heard yelling and screaming outside of his apartment, and saw muzzle flashes coming from outside into his window. He told his family, "Get on the floor, get on the floor." So, and that's when he went outside, and we're looking at to try to find if we have evidence of gunfire, and we do.
You found video surveillance anywhere down the block?
Down the block, there is a video I have not seen, but my team down there is saying we have video of a car stopping right where the body was discovered on the ground, and it seems or appears to be they're removing a body from the car and driving off.
On Chambord, there's a surveillance video that may show that.
Correct. I haven't gotten anything from this scene yet. I've got phone calls in from a business right behind us here. They appear to have a lot of video. However, the car is said to be a dark-colored SUV. We don't have much more than that.
And so obviously there's a lot of seeing what surveillance video between here and there may be showing, but the residential area has some surveillance video showing.
Yes,
something.
yes, we have. I believe that was from a Ring doorbell camera, and we have the vehicle that was described here at that same location, stopping, and it appears that they're removing a body from a car. Now, I can't really go into more detail because I don't know, but it's coming together slowly.
But at this point, you're presuming that the body in that car was not a target like these people were, but maybe a residual retaliation gunfire?
Yes, I mean, I guess we can only assume that maybe he was shot when they were leaving the scene, but we don't know yet.
Is there any identification on that scene yet, or is that waiting for the forensic?
We're waiting. I don't believe he's been identified yet. Still waiting on that.
And so this is going to probably go on most of the day, trying to get to see what information we can get.
Yeah, probably most of the day. Like I said, we need to pull some video before we leave. There's a business behind it that have 3 cameras pointing right where we're standing. We know the vehicle went that direction where the other body is. At this time, it's a very fluid, so we're just trying to piece it together as quickly as possible.
And obviously, hopefully recovering the weapon that we believe was fired from the balcony here.
Right. That'll be key to recovering that weapon, and also speaking to the female who is no longer here. There's no reason a female should leave the scene of a murder.
Do you have has that female been identified?
Not yet.
So
Not yet.
Like
We're
the
gonna.
gentleman that you're talking to hasn't said, "Oh, that's so and so," or
No, we don't want to go too deep into an interview here. But so he's going to be taken down to homicide headquarters at Travis Street, and we'll continue the interview there, and hopefully more information comes forth.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate that.
No welcome.